Hey guys, welcome back to the Dion Gaming channel. This video does not have a reward. However, I wanted to show this because it's a bug that happened 2 days ago and it happened again. This was yesterday. I thought that he left the one. Oh, I'm DC, but I see him like moving. And the thing is, when they move alone, is when they're getting attacked. However, if he moves it again, then he's still in here and such. So I did a test. I said I'm going to clear this on my own and such. I'm not going to need any help with the Phoenix and stuff like that. And then I'm going to pinpoint him to see if he's here, because the chat said that he left. The other person actually left on purpose, but Worms seems to probably still here. And I'm like, yeah, he's still here. You know, he's just not in group or not, or can't probably chat. Later on, he told me that he couldn't chat at all, and that he can respond and play everything normally, like if he was there, but he can't chat and such. And you'll be seeing that on the video as well. So I just went ahead. I tried to save one of my my frost mage, so I can have something to claim the orb and stuff like that, and then just clear everything else. Once I figured that I am with him. I know that the top is having a couple of troubles and such, and this is lost, so we have to actually hurry up. It's not like the other ones. So I told him with the mage, I save a lot of power, but I told him that I'll clear the other side. So I went ahead, went a bit forward, and tried to see if I could just clear this up with the Phoenix. Once I did a couple damage, I told him on top, is like, forget about the fourth orb, just look for the other power well on the bottom right side, which is much easier, and then take the power well of the fourth orb area where I'm right now, on his side. Take that the power well, because it'll allow him to actually start summoning the T4 much faster, and then he can join us in the game. And I told him not to worry about it. Me and Warm will clear it, but I ended up clearing it. But either way, me and Warm will do the rest, and he just take it easy until, you know, being able to join us in the battle. So I summoned one of the lost spirit shit, the support unit, and then I used the recycle because I'm going to be using it as healing. So I went a little bit ahead, and when I get to the point where there's a bunch of them and stuff like that, I just dropped the heal down. And I didn't use the dragon because it doesn't have a good, like, crazy damage. You need a couple to do good damage, and the Lost Soul Spirit Ship has better splash. It's pretty much the main splash for the Lost Soul deck. So I did that. I dropped the healing, and then I started dropping my main characters in here. And I dropped a construction hut. And the reason why this is because I am going to use the Lost Spirit Ship's mechanic. I do not know if my friend Warm will be able to understand me, so I have to be prepared. Like, I didn't know he actually was able to read everything. I just know that he can see the pinpointing of the ping, but I don't know if he can hear me or anything like that. That's why I was making those jokes about the zombie or anything like that. So I just went ahead and I used the Lost Spirit Ship, just tried to get every single, what's it called, recycle. I think he went a little bit ahead of me and such, but I just needed to wait, because if I do this wrong, if I fuck up just a single time, that's it. It's game over. We won't be able to finish this. So I took it easy, took it calm, just get the mechanic. I have 4 spirit ships and stuff right here. I'm not sure if I made, no, I don't think I made all of them get it, right? Let me see. Nope. What? Actually, 1, 2. Man, it's moving a little bit too quickly. Either way, yeah, I did. No, I didn't. I did or I didn't. God damn, I can't see it so fast. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I did almost 1, 2, 3 and a half. Sorry about that. So I used Maelstrom in here to try to freeze everything, and then go straight for the back. Drop the Spirit Ship's heal. As you see, he actually didn't cane with me in here. Warm went down. I went up. So that's the reason why I had to have the Lost Spirit Ship. I should have not put all of them together. I needed to click at least one of them, just so I can save some of the ships. I'm going to leave the construction and everything up back there, and the reason that is because our boy is already here. Free Mind is already here. Again, he's not going to be able to what is that in English? Intercept. So since he's not going to be able to intercept, and he's already with us, we're just going to keep going. I'm going to leave the construction up there just to be able to see that, you know, they're coming, and there it is. They're attacking on it, so I don't have to worry about it. But it feels, if it hits it, I know that it's going to come for us, and it's not gonna come for him. So we have the orb with the latest one in here on the bottom instead of on the top. One of the things I really do hate here is the warp. I did ask this question why, and I say it was I still didn't get an answer for that during this part of the video. But I need a unit on an arcane. Are you fucking kidding me? You don't need a ground unit for an arcane, but for some reason I needed to execute it. And same thing with the Matter Mastery that I need for some reason. It's a hidden ability on the Lost Launcher that I cannot control it. That's the reason also why I switched to the Lost Soul pure deck. Now, as you see, the player are using Lost Spirit Ship with the Worm is using Lost Spirit Ship with the heals. Free Mind, I'll have to check about it here. He's also using the Lost Spirit Ship, but I'm positive, because I'm the only one summoning the Lost Evocation, that I'm the only one with the pure Lost Soul in here. So I have two people. I'm not sure what is Free Mind, but I know that Worm can heal at one point, and just in case I can summon the Lost Evocation and do some healing on the ships, but at the same time, you know, use the there it is. Kind of missed because of my warp and stuff like that, but I did put a Spirit Ship Recycle healing in there. We finished Onyxia and we start moving down. He does also have some of the wheels, as you see on top, the regeneration, not the damage, but we also have the generation, which is good enough for this, because it does help me heal. As you see, I'm going to split to the top, and I don't think I have, yep, I think I have one more. I think that ship has one more in there, and after that I have no more. Not sure. There, I used it right there. So I told him to split, and I think the wheel helped me a bit in here with Worm and such. I didn't need to use the heal or anything like that, and Worm didn't need to use the heal. As you see in the bottom, we split. Free Mind is already moving. At one point, I do tell him to move forward. At this point right here, I just summoned big creatures, so no big deal. I just summoned more, and that's it. I have like 1,000 something power. I told him to keep moving, let all the leftover for us. We only have 55 seconds. We need to finish this. 3 men for Lost Soul for difficulty 9. You know, a little bit edgy on the head start and stuff, but we got this over, and I actually disconnect during this time, which I still receive the reward. You're going to be seeing that in a couple minutes and so on. But together we were able to defeat it. The guy spammed a bunch of Lost Spirit Ship, and I actually went ahead and I spawned Lost Evocation to get those Spirit Ship 50%. A little quick thing before this, I do understand that now that more people, again, I've been understand this, so I don't know why I said this. I understand that people love to use the Spirit Ship. It's a splash, very good AoE and stuff like that. But again, I did set it in the balance. I'm not there anymore, but I did set it to many of the reps in there that some of them did actually agreed that the Lost Spirit Ship, if you want to fix that, the best thing is you can trade me the Lost Dragon. You can have that as a neutral 2 orb and just put back the Lost Spirit Ship with 2 frost and 2 purple, and that's it. You're not going to be seeing too much of everyone using the Spirit Ship. However, I'm sure all the speed run, like is said in one of my power video, all the speed run will pretty much hate me. That was actually mentioned, that if I made that suggestion, the speed run was going to be pretty much hit me for this. So during this part, basically you're going to be able to see that I got my reward. I may have DC, but I still got my reward. So 2 specific reward, and one I think it was a chest, but 2 specific reward was basically the ×2 difficulty 6 and higher, and the other one was the 30 minutes, which is the booster, which I haven't sold it yet. Anyway, I actually talked to someone. I talked to Worm, and he said, yeah, weird, we did 3-man team lost though, a nice compliment, because I was explaining to him what exactly happened and so on, and then I asked him to tell me your part. How was it? Like, what was it? What do you saw in there, you know? And he told me, I saw your chat and everything. I was still in there, you know, I was next to you and everything like that, and I was like, you know, you weren't actually here, anything like that. I mean, you were here, but you're not here. Basically, in the display, he showed that he disconnected, like he left party. And on the right side, where you see your team, right corner right there, is also was disconnected. He wasn't in there. So basically, I explained to him, and I said I will show this to Cubic, that you actually saw everything like it was normal, or anything like that, and was playing like normal. Now, if you guys wondering why at one point I say ulti in here, and this will be explained in the next clip or something like that. If you look at the two video previous here, like not the previous from this one, but the other one, you'll see something hilarious between me and Noti. Basically, a little language barrier. He never spoke once, but at one point when he was doing something with a Mo, it was hilarious. It's something about him following me, but you'll see it if you actually watch it. You'll see it. So in here, I actually asked for the breeding ground first, because I needed to make sure that people are a little bit slow on summoning it or anything like that. So as soon as someone did, I give him thanks and I saw him my lost soul, because I'm going to go on top. This is actually events. This is not Esper. Esper will have the stupid the sniper, the Nox Trooper. But in advance, you still get the Ice Fang, and they're really freaking annoying. You'll see what I mean by that in some areas here and there and such. So I actually went on top because I wanted to help top not to have too much trouble. I mean, I forgot to warn him not to put the barrier. I mean, he didn't have to do it on his base, as you saw, but I didn't want him to do it on top either, because I was going to go from the top. Basically, this is not the way to do it, things. There's actually, in the beginning, is actually both going top, way in the beginning. But for this specific area, I go to the bottom, and I'm sorry, they go to the bottom and then they go to the middle, where I put all these launcher. I wanted to do it the different way. I wanted to do it launcher and then go to the bottom, because this time I can stop these for either coming to me, and I can stop it from going to the top B site from coming to him. So he doesn't even have to worry about that. He just have to worry about the north coming on him. So again, I put the Lost Dancer hashtag Lost Dancer a red affinity, because people don't want to fucking play it for some reason. Hashtag. And then I went back and tried to use the breeding ground so I can summon some of the Cultist Masters. Now, Cultist Master can actually handle the, what is it called, the grinders by themselves. If you put like 5 or 6 of them, it'll just destroy and demolish the living crap out of it. This time I actually used the cheating card. High five, the cheating card. Now, usually in standard, you don't do this. In standard, you don't need to use the cheating card. I mean, you just literally go around it and you don't have to worry about it. But the reason why I used the cheating card here is not only for the defenses, because I wanted to warn, I want to go bottom, take the 5th one. And by the way, I am actually spending more, because not only do I have my other one down here, but I'm pretty sure I actually go down and take the monument as well, place it on the monument that I was going to destroy it, and then that's like a bunch of power. But I don't I'm not gonna need that power. I'm here to defend at one point. If I go on top, it's because I have extra time. But these two guys are supposed to handle F site all the way, I mean E site all the way to the end boss and stuff like that. So I go ahead and it's cost 300. So I had to pay my monument with the enemy monument with the reactive, and then I have to actually pay for the monument in here, and then destroy the one in the back because it's closer to them, so they don't have to actually worry about it. I didn't have to do it that way. I could have just pinpointed it and stuff like that, and they could have sent it stuff like that, but I did it that way so they can have like a little bit easier time and so on. So I actually used the recycle ship. You see, if you pay attention, I use the recycle ships so they can heal. The grinder hits extremely hard. Even during that time, I have to move them back a bit and summon 2 lost dragons, green, and then start summoning more of the armor tower, so I can go right ahead and use the recycle on them. The thing is, once again, and I'm going to spam this as much as I can, the difference between blood healing is, if you actually use the mechanic of the healing chips and you have blood healing on, it's not going to heal it. It's still going to be taking damage all the way down. So if for some reason got hit by one time by a grinder, it's going to die. So that's the reason why I use the Lost Spirit ship one more time as the support class for the pure Lost deck. So, you know, it seems Top had a little hiccup if you're actually paying attention, awareness of the whole map. Top had just a little hiccup and stuff like that, but he did still good. He still hold his end and such. And this is where I go right around and start destroying things, and try to use the what's it called, the furnace, so I can get some of my void power into my power pool, and then start summoning creatures, because I'm now going to go up and help these guys. However, I'm going to do it by having the Lost Spirit ship complete mechanic, meaning I'm going to get 2 of them to have the recycle full, which will take about 4 armor tower, and then I'm actually going to be using these right here. So I actually went ahead and used the ability just so I can have him quick up so he can stall for me. As you see right now, he has his Revenant ability, and then I summon a couple of these guys so I can actually start using the Cultist Master, and then just slap it all inside there and such. And then I'm going to be using the Altar of Chaos to help out up here. I was hoping that the grinder didn't follow me, because if I use it on the two healers, they're gonna be like almost like dead, only like one shot needed. But he actually did follow me, so instead I switched my plan and I said I'm gonna go with the Road Giant. I'm just gonna put it in there and sacrifice my guy for it. So if you see, it's very slowly. I slowed it down. It's going to explode, and once it does, the giant take a huge damage. I actually sacrificed this guy, and I could have used it. I could have used the remnant so he can appear again and such like that. But I try to do it without everybody getting too close and getting killed, you know, because I can kill their monster as well if they're too close to the Altar of Chaos. So we finished that right there, no problem, and we get into the last video, which is the Empire. Now I haven't done the Empire a lot. I only did it one time to help two other guys and stuff like that, and there were two on the left and I was alone on the right. And then again right now, it was at, I think at 8 p.m. or so. There was hardly any player again playing during the nighttime and so on. So I told the guys if he wanted to try solo it with me or something like that, and he said sure. So we went in and tried to solo the Empire together, and so on. So for this one, basically, all I did is just I did a little trick right here, which should be obvious for most player. What I did is I put launcher on the right side, and I did not take over the camp. And the reason that is because I don't have to use the Cult Master ability to go ahead and feed on the furnace, so that the void power goes into my actual void, my pool of power. So all I did is just summon a couple of the launchers. I put a furnace on top, and then they just keep coming non-stop, trying to destroy that building. And my launcher just handles them alone, and then I pretty much get all the void power into my actual power. You know, I don't have to use a Cult Master at all. So I go ahead and just start summoning the because there's a launcher in there, and there's other creatures that can make me bounce around and so on. So I started summoning the Lost Dancer after sacrificing the other ones to the furnace, so I can get some of the void back to the actual pool. The Lost Dancer will do just fine by themselves. I just have to put a good amount out there, and their AoE and siege damage is going to be very beautiful for it. So in here, for example, I timed it wrong. They actually came with all these creatures, so all I had to do was some oil, and they just demolished the whole thing. I go ahead and destroy these guys, I destroy the other guys, and I destroyed the building. No problem with Lost Dancer. Hashtag Lost Dancer out there for the people who don't want to play it. It's a very good card. I start seeing that I didn't actually claim this power well, so I just go ahead and claim it real quickly and then go back. Again, it's being feed. All those bugs coming over and over to destroy the wall. It's not going to get through because I'm going to keep fixing it. I look on the left side and I try to see if I can help out. I used home soil a little bit too soon. But yeah, I try to help out a bit, and later on in the game I noticed that now for maps like these and stuff like that, I'm going to make it more supportive class. Like, I'm gonna use things that I don't use in here. Like, if I don't use Cultist Master, I'm not gonna use it and so on, because I have that already. The guy's just feeding me the holy crap into the power. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get Maelstrom, and I'm gonna get all those like cards that I can get to be able to actually help my on the left side, because at one point he actually could not find the Monument for himself, and I tried to do this without the Emmy in the beginning. All I need to do is just summon Cult Master and just let the whole thing. But if you look at it very closely, I'm at 1,000 power. If I use Emmy right now, I have 4 Lost Warden, right? I have 4 ships and I have 4 Dragon. If for some reason I need to summon more to get to the 120 worth of unit, then you know, it's much sooner, because my whole thing is all the way on the last B. If you see the B right here on the right side, you see the second one, not the first one. That's where my monument should be, like close to that. So I was doing it without the Emmy monument, but after that I was like, yeah, fuck it. I can do it with Cold Master, but I'm just gonna make it a little bit faster. Cheating card, and I just summoned Emmy monument, and I already know that these guys again. Look, they're just feeding me and feeding me, and it gets tougher. As soon as I defeat a certain objective, they just destroy that wall, and then they come at me. And then if I go a little bit to the next beat, the wall will go up. They'll destroy the whole wall, and they'll go more after me. But as you see, oh my god, they destroyed my tower. As you see on the bottom right side, they just keep coming and coming and coming, and I don't need to actually use the cultist master ability, so I can wait for the bugs to die and then get it goes into the furnace, and then I get the power from the void power. So I just try to get try to use the recycle because I'm gonna need it. At one point here, my other side, my friend messed up, and I'll tell you just ahead of time. What happens is that we were wondering when was the how to finish the map, because again I didn't know either, and the only thing up here it says something about crystal. What he did is he summoned on his side, and then at one point he lost his shield, the Rat King. So when he lost his shield, I was like, okay, now I can fight him. So I bring it to my area to fight him, and I summon the Lost Spirit Ship's ability to recycle, and he summons it back to his side. Are you serious? I can fight him now, and you're running out of units. So I summon him back, and then I use the Altar of Chaos, and he summons him right back, and then Altar Chaos does not hit him, and I'm like, okay, dude, you can have it. You can have it. And then he now gets it, and I'm like, okay, now I have to fight him. I don't have the recycle, and not, I have to use the Revenant and just start summoning creatures to defeat him. That's one thing you have to be very careful. You have to, like, I feel like there should be an announcement, like there's a game where you can actually type yell, and it'll come into you like ding right in front of your screen, so you can actually see, because I don't think he was actually listening to the bottom left side. So I tried to help him with the again, you know, Cold Snap, Lost Evocation, and so on, as much as I can, and the Frenetic Assault. I try to help him because he doesn't have his tier 4. This should have been done with tier 4 and stuff like that. So at one point I did stop moving. And the reason that is because I told him not to let the Jern die or anything like that, because he's now getting damage. I mean, he's doing great damage. Jern is doing great damage, but he's not being able to actually move forward, the guy right here. And we found out is because a little bit more to the left, as you see, all the way to the left, actually. Go all the way to the left, and you see the little green spot right there. I think a little bit more to the left, and go up more, and that's his tier 4 monument. And I should have guessed it would have been the same as the past. I mean, the future. I am in the future of tense, and he's in the past. And then I should have known that it was still there. I probably should have clicked on him and be like, but I didn't know 100% completely. But I probably should have warned him, be like, have you tried taking this? I even tried looking for it, but to no avail, because all the map is like darker now, and he didn't clear the left side. He just went through the right side. I went through the left side, and that's where I find my monument and so on. So I try my best to actually help him here. At one point, I tried to put the warp. The guys, I try to warp it all the way down so that it doesn't get killed and so on. So he can hit the towers basically and stuff like that. And I try my best with the Lost Soul, Lost Evocation, which is pretty good. It just doesn't deal that much damage, but it's pretty good for tanking and dealing some sort of damage and so on. So then I start moving forward down. I didn't need to use too much of the Lost Soul Spirit Ship. I did use some because I needed to heal, but I only needed to do like one. So as you see in the bottom, it's feeding. Look, I'm at 5,200 and increasing. So I decided to start making the Altar Chaos just in case, because I have time, you know. He has to do his thing, I have to do my thing, and I have time. So I then start cleaning everything, and during that time I'm not going to need any more to the void power, because seriously, 5,500 power into it. So I start bringing Mo back up there to the altar, and then he'll have to do his side, which for some reason he's still missing the Rat King. The Rat King is trapped on the top left side. So I looked at it onto it. I tried to help him as well up there, because there's a ship up there. But again, I try to feed up as much as I can into the Altar of Chaos, because the battle is going to be big. And then this happens. To understand what I'm doing here is, if the other players never know what to do, and sometimes I don't know what to do because I haven't done the map like spam or anything like that. I'm just helping whenever I see a player need help. I just jump into the map and so on. What I'm doing is I'm having some of the building to have my recycle for my ships, And then I'm also having the something for Rat King to play around, because the Rat King hits hard as hell. Even if I summon all 5 of them, he still hit pretty far hard. And what I mean by 5, I mean is their Lost Spirit Ship's ability. It still hit pretty far hard. And I'm then going to be losing my Spirit Ship's ability, and then later on I won't have it, and then the Rat King is going to whoop me up. It still ended that way because the player, again, you'll see it in action, the player just moves it to the left side, and I told him, it's like, okay, you can have it. And once he runs out of unit, I was going to bring him back, but again, I didn't have the recycle. So right here, I used the Lost Evocation, and then I try to use Frenetic whenever I can. I think the Spirit Ship did hit himself, hit someone else, and something else hit him or anything like that. He died real quickly, and then I started summoning all these next to the construction hut, and you'll see what I mean, what the Rat King actually does in here. So just keep watching. So we found the right here, the, the monument for him to summon his creatures and such. So there is the Red King. And the Red King is going to be a deck to me, trust me, in the beginning. Because I start using the portal just to see what it does, something like that. But look, I couldn't control one of my warlords correctly. Like, it just start moving on its own for a reason, and then I told him, fuck it, I'll just summon another warlord later. But then he started destroying the buildings. Otherwise, he's going to destroy my stuff. So I let him play around with the freaking. Well, try to destroy these things, not to get to the other side. I just let him around and play around with the toys that I let him to have. You know, just like a good boy, right? He's a good boy. He likes to play with toys. So I move my ships around and try to move him next to the construction, because I know he loves playing with his toys and so on. So I started using the mechanics of the thing, because again, we have no idea what is it that we needed to do until later that he actually uses the portal and summons the Red King to the other side, and he was losing his power or so on. And then after that, I was able to start defeating him. So you see the one here says light the cloud, the beacon, kill the boss. On my side, doesn't give me any information. So I tell him, what now, dude? Because I don't know if on his side it says any information, like summon the king from the other side. Because it won't show it on mine. It just says light cloud, beacon, kill the boss, and so on. But you can't kill the boss. So I just wait around and see until he actually summons him to the other side. And he's like, oh, my fault. And I was like, oh, okay. It was just summoning onto him. So then what happens with the portal is when you use the portal, it summons him back. So now I have the healing done, but you know, he actually disappears at one point as here, and then I tried to summon him back, as I think I'm ready to face him. So on, it seems you can fight him now. I wonder if I can fight him too, and I say, yep, I can fight him. He's all mine and stuff like that, but he's still summoning him back. And I'm like, I'm running out of healing. If you look at it right now, I'm heading out of healing. So I summon him back with the bomb, and he gets summoned back. And I was like, okay, you can have him if you want him. So he's like, oh, okay. Because I'm trying to fight him with the heals. And then now it's a little bit kind of late-ish because I have no heal. So I just go right ahead and start using the Lost Soul Revenant's ability. They'll fight him. I'll use the Lost Evocation, and then I'll start using Lost Soul Revenant. So as soon as they die, they'll come back and they'll keep fighting for a bit. I should have been a little bit smarter enough to just use the warp to warp him in there, but I just kill him real quickly and kept summoning these guys over here. So use the Lost Soul ability and then keep fighting. Because on the left side, the guy is running out of power and out of units. So it was just I'm trying to actually finish him for him because I had the most unit in here and the most power for now. But again, I just used it a couple of times, and if I fail here, I can just ask him in the end to go ahead and take over. So that's something you have to be a little bit wary about, the teammates and stuff like that. And that's going to be the end of the video. The next video will have, hopefully, the next video will have the winning reward and stuff like that. But again, enjoy the video and have a wonderful day.